Jonathan.
Hi, I'm Haley.
And this week, our daughter turned 2.
We have a 2-year-old.
We do.
Totally weird.
It's strange.
So we're going to do a video that is all about the best books for 1-year-olds, according to our daughter, who just turned 2. So, according to our year of experience and what she likes, these are the best books for 1-year-olds. And maybe we'll tell you how we felt about them too.
Okay, well then, number 1.
The first book that she ever really loved is Miss Spider's Tea Party, the counting book version. Which, if you look at the book, you can tell is extremely well loved. She ripped a picture.
It's a board book, and that's not very boardy anymore.
Rip it. She really loved this book. I think a lot of it has to do with the illustrations, though I think the words did help because they included some of the first words she ever learned, like cup. So, I mean, I'm not saying that was her first word or anything, but it was close to.
Bite.
And bite, yeah, because, I mean, no bite.
And also, can you take another bite?
Yeah, so she learned that one quickly too. And she really likes this book still, but it was like her favorite for a long time. It was the only book she ever wanted to read. I don't know how I feel about this one. I think this one's like...
It's got like a lovely cadence to it. It really lends itself to just, I mean, there's not voices to be done in it for the most part, though there are at a couple of points, but you just get that lovely sing-song if you're just going through a children's book.
I think the thing that I don't like about it, other than it's about a spider, which I hate, but I liked this book when I was younger, the not counting book version of it, and I liked Charlotte's Web, so I mean, obviously I can do children's books about spiders. But, is that it's a counting book. It gets really tedious after a while. I hate counting books in general. I've learned that I do not like the counting books, the color books, or whatever, unless they're really well done. And I do have to say this one isn't terrible, but
it's true.
Your mileage may vary. The second book she really loved, and arguably the book she's loved the most,
The Best Mouse Cookie. And I want y'all to admire the wear and tear on this thing, because it's gotten some mileage.
She has loved this book. She has torn it up. She has tried to read it herself a million times. She learned the word cookie from reading this book. And I don't know why she loved it so much, to be honest with you, because I hate it. It's my least favorite book to read. It does not rhyme. It doesn't have a cadence that is easy to read.
It doesn't really have
It doesn't really make sense in parts. And at the beginning, which, I mean, I don't know if other parents think this, but I think this because I have a very small child. It has several pages that do not have any story to them. It's got like 2 or 3 title pages before you get to the actual first page.
Like, the illustrations kind of show you what are, like, lead into the story a little bit, but you're not going to get a 1-year-old to...
The crap is this.
Yeah, no, I mean...
Laura Numeroff and Felicia Bond.
But, I mean, you could do that with, like, a 3 or 4-year-old and, like, look at the little boy looking in on the tree where his mouse friend is, or whatnot. They're not going to care about the story anymore because it's...
All B wants is, for me, Beatrix being her daughter, wants me to do is to, like, read in a fluid voice that sort of rhymes and then point to the things as I say them. She does not want to, like, stay on a page for more than a few minutes, like, ever. Or even, I say a few minutes, but...
2 seconds, really.
Yeah, like...
Well, I mean, and the other point of this is that once they learn the word cookie, you basically have to be willing to give your kid a cookie every time you read this book. Which...
That's probably my least favorite of the bunch, just to be honest. The illustrations are really cute, though. And I want to show the part with the... I forgot to show. There's this thing where he has a apron, and it says, "I'm the boss." I do like that. It's cute.
My favorite bit with this one, because we have such like a love-hate relationship with this, is but the best mouse cookie but the best cookie is one that you share with a friend, and this led to a time period where, for instance, if I'm getting our daughter a cookie, I get her 2 cookies, and she takes one to mom, and like reliably. Like, she won't eat hers until you've taken yours.
And my kid is a terrible sharer. It's the only thing she's good at sharing.
Cookies.
Sorry for the shaking.
Sorry. Belly laugh.
And the next book that she really fell in love with, I love and gets like no attention as far as kids' books go. It's called Sometimes I Like to Curl Up in a Ball. It's by Vicky Churchill. And it's about a wombat who's very rambunctious and all of the things he does in a day, like making noise and jumping up and down and all that stuff. It's got a great rhyme scheme, like such a pleasure to read, and the illustrations are so gorgeous. I'm just going to show like 2 pages that I love. Like, I really love the first page, which is him in a pumpkin patch, and then I really love the second to the last page, which is him running home to his mom. So beautiful and like a pleasure to read. I like enjoy reading this one. Like, I never forget a word, and there are parts where you can like pull faces or move the book up and down or something and get kind of kinetically involved with your kid. Great book. Highly recommend it. I wish that we could find more of these. I don't think there are any more of them. I've kind of looked. But yeah, saw it randomly at a used bookstore.
I think all of ours are from used bookstores, actually. All in this
yes.
sec.
They are all from the same used bookstore, as a matter of fact. No.
But yeah, my only note on this one is that, not that this is really a mark against it, but it's a very energetic book.
Yeah.
So it's not something you'd want to read as a bedtime story. It's a activity book, not a like bedtime story book.
Yeah, don't read it at bedtime. It's not really the best. That's a good point, actually. Is really good for like getting your kid involved in the reading, though.
Yeah, no, it's great for that.
The next one she really loved is it's the longest one on this list, and it's probably the one that you actually recognize, and that is Madeline by Ludwig Bimmelmans. I think is how you say that.
Probably.
It's a Caldecott Award winner. There's been movies and TV shows. It's quite a bit older than most of these books, and it's obviously like very well loved. It's kind of a like classic kids book. I think that the reason she likes this book so much is because it had words that she was learning in it, like car and light and flower. And also, you get the opportunity to do funny accented French
Try
voices.
reading this without speaking, like going into a ridiculous
It's
French
like
accent.
almost difficult not to read it with a silly French accent, and she very much enjoys the parts where we tell her funny voices. Also it says papa in it and makes her think of her papa. So she enjoys it. I really enjoy reading this one. Like, honestly, it takes me back to being a little kid. And I remember certain parts of this book like very clearly, like the part where she talks to the tiger and says poo poo. I'm not going to show you the illustrations in this one because you've probably seen them before and they're very easy to find. The thing I would say about this is I don't know if it's a French to English translation or something, but the rhyme scheme is real off in parts, and it actually like throws me off and causes me to fumble, even though I literally have probably read this book 100 times in the last year. I mean,
more,
easily.
yeah.
Like,
given that she normally wants it like 2 or 3 times.
yeah, because sometimes, I mean, when you have a toddler, sometimes you'll read the same book like back to back to back to back to back, like 5 times in a 30-minute sitting. So, that is my only complaint about Madeline. Blooper. Whoops. And the book that she's most recently fallen in love with and still is really into is A Kissing Hand for Chester Raccoon. Jonathan picked this book out at the store.
Ed picks it out as a book for mom.
Yeah, we got a bunch of books that had like dad stuff in them. I don't know if it was just like a popular thing, but we had a hard time finding kids books that were like explicitly about moms and kids. They were all like Daddy Loves You, and Colors Everywhere.
And yet, she has not actually, like, come to like any of the Dad books.
Not yet.
Yeah.
I actually have a theory on that because a lot of them have kind of subdued illustrations. Specifically, the one that comes to mind is Colors Everywhere, which is, I can't remember the name of the author, but it's the one about nut brown hair. Big nut brown hair, little nut brown hair, I think.
Yeah, that one's also just kind of hard to read.
Yeah,
like,
it's hard to read.
It's kind of tongue twistery.
But anyway, Kissing Hand for Chester Raccoon. She really likes this one. It has a ton of words she knows. I was going through it the other day, and I think she knows most of the words in this book. I would actually really recommend it for kids who maybe are talking a little late. It took her a while to really pick up words, and she really picked up the words in this book. A lot of them are nature related and like toy and book related and things like that. It's very appealing, and the illustrations are really colorful. I'll pick a couple that's good on, like all the flowers and inside the burrow, and then at the very end there's like a school for nocturnal animals being taught by the owl. It really is like a pleasure to read. The rhyme is easy. You can like give your kid a kiss and a hug when you're reading it as part of the reading experience. And I think that it is a good book for kids who might have like separation anxiety or something like that. It creates a kind of ritual. Not that she did. My daughter loves to go places. So, but yeah, this is her latest, most favorite book, and now we got a whole crop of new books that she got for her birthday, and I'm sure we'll get more over the year, and who knows if these will still be favorites. I might miss some of them a lot.
I'm honestly, it like started to tear up just a little bit thinking about them not being part of her like stable of regular, reads, just because like we've all of these and honestly, like that's kind of why even as much of a kind of antagonistic relationship as we have with the Best Mouse Cookie, like all of these we've been through so many times with her that I mean, like every time we hold it up, my brain just starts going, the Best Mouse Cookie. Like you just start reciting it in your head, and it's just like.
Year one is like a great time to spend reading with your kids. You're gonna get really involved in books that you probably don't like very much, but you're gonna attach a lot of memories to those books, which I think is great.
Yeah.
One like Hall of Shamer book though that she hates, and I thought I loved, but I actually hate, and I regret because I've given it to every person I know who has had a child until now. Like I've given it as a gift of baby shower, and that is Goodnight Moon. That is a terrible book. It's creepy, and the illustrations are weird and unpleasant to look at, and it's hard to read.
Yeah, I definitely think
The only part my kid ever liked was the old lady whispering hush. And that's just because she got to hush me. She'd be like, yeah. Anyway, just had to throw that out there. Worst book for your 1-year-old is Goodnight Moon. Jonathan is now very wistful and nostalgic.
I'm like, she's already asleep. We're filming this, like, at bedtime. She's already asleep, but I want to go read her a bedtime story. But she's asleep, and I really don't want to wake her up because bedtime is a little bit difficult tonight.
So we want to wrap things up
Yes.
before he goes and ruins the rest of our evening and our daughter's sleep schedule.
Yes, you should put these books away now. But anyways, if you like the video, give us a thumbs up. We'd love, seriously, very sincerely, comment and let us know what you think the best books for 1 or especially 2-year-olds
Yeah, tell
are.
us what you would read to your 2-year-old because we've got one.
And we'll check them out, and we could definitely use the suggestions.
And tell us what kids' books you hate,
Yes.
so we can avoid buying them.
And that would be a good, like, fun video to go over sometime, just like bad ones. Anyways, and if you want to see more content from us, subscribe. Check out our Goodreads links down in the doodly-doo, and we'll also include links to all the books that we mentioned. And we'll see you guys again next time.